Hello and welcome back to Branding Momentum Podcast. Today I have the best interview for you to kickstart the year. And it is all about how to leverage your business with Virtual Assistant Mary Perez. Just to tell you, Mary has been working with me for more than 2 years now and with her agency as well. And it's I felt that sometimes we're working harder and not smarter, right? And what are the kind of things that actually a virtual assistant can actually assist you? This is all about serving and assisting. So I know you're going to get so much value, and please welcome Mary Perez from Primma Agency right now. Thank you. Oh, Mary, 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 Mary. I am so happy that you're here. So happy to have you finally on the Branding Momentum podcast. It's a long time coming, of course. And I know that I said that I was not going to do more interviews,
Yeah.
but talking to you, I said, you know what? Yes, I think January deserves an episode all about virtual assistants and how to leverage your business with help. Sometimes we don't ask for help. And I am so glad you're here. And for those of you that do not know, Mary and her company works with me for more
Yeah.
than what, 2 years now?
More than 2 years.
Yeah, more than 2 years. So that is a long, long time. And and I wanted to bring somebody that I trust and I know how they work because of their ethics to tell the story, how it is, and how you've done through all this time. So I want to jump like really quickly into the first question because I want you to share with us how was your journey from being a virtual assistant to running your own team and what actually has inspired you to transition from a
Uh-huh.
VA to becoming an entrepreneur and starting your own
Yeah.
agency. Oh my God.
Well, it happened fast. So first of all, I would like to thank
Mhm.
you for having me here, and I'm very very much excited. And so I'm gonna tell you my story. So here it goes.
Tell me your story.
My journey
Tell.
as a virtual assistant began when I was working in the office full time, and I just got back to work because I had a 2 year break from right after I gave birth. So we decided that I stay home and take care of my son, and that was for 2 years. And then finally, the time that I need to go back to work, and I'm working full time again away from my son, I got really depressed, because of the
Yeah,
bond that
I
I
get
have
it.
established with my son. So I feel
Yeah.
devastated. So that time I looked for ways how to, get extra income, or my mindset was if
Mhm.
I'm able to look for an income replacement that would enable me to be at home with my son and still earn. Because we got to be honest, we want to be with our family 24/7, but we got to earn money as well, right? So
Exactly.
that time I chose working, but my heart is really, not there. And so I discovered that this platform where people could apply for an online job, and
Mhm.
it wasn't really a walk in the park. I started looking for part time jobs online. It took me 3 months before I even got my first client. Imagine,
Right.
I
Yeah.
literally sent hundreds of applications daily for 3 months. And right then I got hired part time. It was actually only $100 one time project, and I was really happy. So,
Of
and then
course.
that was year 2019. And then
Okay.
pandemic came, first quarter of the
Mm.
year, of year
And
2020.
virtual assistants became
Yeah.
super popular.
Yeah. And so everyone, we don't really have a choice. but to work from home because we cannot go outside, right? So I was sitting in
Exactly.
front of my PC that time, and I told myself that I don't want to go back to the office.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
have to make this work. And so I considered this like a very big project of mine that I have to make sure that I have a stable income before the people in the office instruct us to go back to the office, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I did not return back to the office. And
Yeah, I was gonna ask you something. I'm like, so this is right in the middle of the pandemic when you actually do start to think, okay, I want to do this. For those of you that are listening, Mary is based in the Philippines.
mhm,
So, and I know a lot of people think like, oh, VAs in the Philippines. Oh yeah, they work. They work. They don't mind working at night and all these things. And so yeah. So let's keep going a little bit about your story. Just tell me, when was the pivotal moment really that got you to say, oh, I'm going for it?
well, since it's the pandemic, the fear, and it also hit me because I could really see myself working at home, doing a lot of money in this, and
Mm,
be with my family 24/7. So I saw the opportunity here. And the demand really is sky high during the pandemic because businesses
yep.
don't have a choice but to switch to,
Yeah.
making ways how to operate and hire people remotely. So a lot of business owners are
Hmm.
really looking for virtual assistants that time. So that idea led me to really say to myself that, okay, I'm going to do this full time and I don't have no choice but to make it work. I'll do whatever it takes to really do this. And so I started looking for trainings and programs. I joined communities. I also got into coaching programs in order for me to really understand how virtual assistants work. And little did I
Yep.
know that virtual assistants is a very huge world. It's not just about doing an admin task or whatever, but there's more to it. So I got really fascinated as well, discovering things and possibilities on how I could design the life that I want through freelancing. So
Exactly.
yeah.
But I want to get into the nitty gritty really
Mhm.
here because yes, you started to educate yourself, but when I found you,
Mhm.
you were like your specialty was coaching
Yeah.
clients that like me that were in the educational doing coaching, like you would create courses and about kajabi. So these sort of things for me was eye-opening because oh my god, kajabi can be a problem. So and having a va specializes in what I do, it's even better.
Mhm.
So what made you, how did you get there? How did you define this is going to be my niche or
Mhm.
I want to try and break that niche?
Uh-huh.
Maybe then, but I don't know what right now your other clients look like. I only know me.
Well, at first I started working like all sorts of tasks, but it's really tiring and you're really exchanging time for money. And
Yeah.
I discovered that if you are going to specialize and choose a certain skill that you're really gonna, make yourself be better in that area and
Hmm.
really do very good in what you do, that's how you I will be able to leverage on the value that I provide to my clients.
Exactly.
So I started working with a lot of coaches that time, and I fell in love with Kajabi. Kajabi is a very simple platform, but it evolves and they continue on innovating, and I just love that. So
That's
I decided to specialize in helping coaches who use Kajabi. So
hmm
that's how you found me.
exactly. Exactly. How do you see the role or of virtual assistants like evolving in the future of work and business? How do you see that happening?
Well, business owners discovered that hiring freelancers or virtual assistants are really effective. Not only that,
Okay.
it saves them heaps of money, or it's more affordable to hire someone who works remotely, but also they have discovered that virtual assistants are specializing in different areas. And
hmm
so being able to hire someone who are really good in what they are doing, and they know that they need that help, so they are leveraging from the expertise and knowledge of the virtual assistants.
So, and you can have within, do you in your agency, for example, do you have different kinds of virtual assistants, like for, I don't know, for businesses that are, I don't know, more product oriented or maybe, or service oriented, or like, let's go a little bit inside of what are the kind of things that you actually offer,
Mhm.
because there's so many different people. I mean, who do you want to attract as your client? Because you I don't think that you are looking for the same things that you were looking for when you first started, right?
Of course. It's really different. My story about transitioning from being a virtual assistant to owning my virtual assistant agency is very different. That
Yeah.
when I was a virtual assistant, I was working alone. I was really earning a good money, and I am contented with what I have. And I could do whatever I want. I am with my family all the time. We could go anywhere we want. But then, until people started noticing, they started asking questions that, Mary, how to become a virtual assistant, or what do you do for a living? So people got really curious of what I'm doing. So that's
hmm
when I started teaching people. I even initiated having free webinars for aspiring virtual assistants.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then my clients, I'm very transparent with my clients. So that time I am serving multiple clients. So that includes you and other clients. So you know that I am helping other assistants or
Mm.
aspiring virtual assistants. And you all encourage me to build, why not build my own company, right? So that time I don't have the attention to that because I was really busy. I
Yeah.
have my
I
clients.
mean, it wasn't the right moment to do it. Yeah. You
Yeah.
needed to wait until you had the
Mhm.
opportunity to step back and analyze it and say, okay, I'm going to jump in the water and going to become an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So regarding your questions, what we offered, since I used to train or coach aspiring VAs in my company, I also train them myself to
Right.
to learn all of the skills that I know, and of course other skills
Exactly.
that we do not know, in order for us to fully, serve our target clients. So right now we are serving service-based business owners. So we are still serving coaches, and right now
Okay.
we have a lot of travel agencies,
That's very
and
good.
also, yeah, and also real estate and
hmm
e-commerce as well.
Good.
But for the e-commerce, they are
Great.
selling digital products. They are not
hmm
selling physical items.
hmm
So yeah, right now we are helping them organize their system, with also with the documentation and helping them with their social media. Of course, admin part, administrative is
Of
um,
course.
the basic
Yeah.
component of
Yeah.
having a virtual assistant. But aside from that, is really taking off a lot of load from them, from their work,
Hmm.
and helping them with administrative, marketing, and branding part of their business.
Right. So that's good because I always say it that if you are doing a certain job and it's taking you a long time to do it and you hate doing it, that is the moment that you actually do need help. That is the moment
Yeah,
that you should try and find somebody as a VA to actually help you be a better business owner because there's so many things that we got to do as business owners. We are accountants, designers,
yeah,
content creators. We punch in the numbers. We do everything, and not everything you have to do it. And this is about letting go a little bit of what are the kind of things that you have to do repeatedly. So even like social media or even content creation or even designing something that you have to do almost every week or send out emails, things that are like, oh my God, I have to do that. Like, no, you give that person and you don't have to hire them full time. You can
yeah.
simply hire them for a few hours a week, get the load off, and you are a happy business owner.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah. You
so
are the
what would
business
be
owner.
for you? Yeah, what would be for you, like a practical tip or advice to have a successful collaboration between an entrepreneur and a virtual assistant? Like, what would be a practical tip if somebody's listening right now?
Okay, so after talking to thousands of clients over the years, so one thing that I discovered, the common problems they had is they know they need help, but they don't really know how to delegate properly, and they're not really good with communication.
Yeah.
So every time I do a consultation call with people who want to see if they could hire help for their business, is I help them. I have actually curated like a worksheet. I could actually give everyone a copy of that. It's a worksheet where we could identify what are the tasks in your business that you could delegate. I
Hmm.
could explain this quickly. So I give them like three categories in order for us to know what to delegate. So
Hmm.
the first category would be a list down the tasks that you don't know. So you'd rather have someone do it for you because you don't know
Right.
that task or you don't know how to do it. And then second
Exactly.
category would be what are the tasks that you know you can do it, but you don't really have the time to
Exactly.
do it yourself. And
Hmm.
you'd rather have someone expert do it for you.
For sure.
Right. And then the last and but not the least and the most important would be you should be able to identify what are the tasks in your business that only you can do. So once that you have identified that, the things that no one else can do but you should focus on that. And the first two
Hmm.
categories, you should delegate those things. And you
Exactly.
should either hire or outsource people for that. And you'd rather have someone expert do those things for you in order for you to focus on the things that only you can do.
Hmm.
So we do that activity during our consultation call. And
Yeah.
one thing that made us successful when it comes to collaboration is helping them to identify gaps in their business. So sometimes they don't
That is
really know.
that is so important, Mary.
Yeah.
So important what you're saying because sometimes we as business owners, we are head down in the business, sucked in
Mhm.
papers and things around us that we don't sometimes look up and see what is right in front of us. And we bury ourselves
Yeah.
into that. So it's so good coming from somebody that even if the consultation, I think the consultation, just the consultation is so eye opening. Maybe at the end, you don't want to get a virtual assistant, but I think you will get a lot of clarity from that consultation. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. I like it. It
Mhm.
gives a lot of insight of what are the kind of things that you as a business owner can actually do and where you really need to focus to get your leads, get your money for your business, and not focus on stuff that you shouldn't be doing.
Mhm. Especially now that we are in the digital age and almost
Mhm.
all businesses are really taking advantage of the online world in promoting and marketing their business. So
Mhm.
we got to admit that sales are really increasing if you are also incorporating your business and promoting it online.
For sure.
So through
Yeah.
those opportunities and as a virtual assistant, it is our job to help you be updated on the latest trends,
Mhm.
and also learn how we could adapt to them.
Which is
Because,
actually very important because sometimes, like I just said, you're so into what you do that
yeah,
having somebody even research and find out what are the kind of things that are happening so that you can also evolve as a business owner. So it's not just a person that is doing the task and, you know,
yeah,
no, it's a little bit further than that. Plus, what I like what you do is that you're constantly training your VAs for them to be better.
yeah, that is very important because, especially social media, what works now
Yeah,
might not work next year or next few months. So we
exactly.
need to constantly improve our skills as well and be really immersed in the online world. And another thing that I would add in terms of having a successful collaboration is we help our clients to make sure that we optimize their business process and take care of the documentation and creating standard operating procedures for their businesses, because if you're not really recording or listing down your process and documenting it as a business owner, you're doomed. Right? So that is one part or component of having a business that most of the owners are missing. They tend to forget writing down their process.
And it's so important because not many people realize that, let's say, you hire a virtual assistant, but in the end, it wasn't a good fit. Then
Uh-huh.
you would have to actually hire a new
Right.
one and have to
Mm.
teach them everything from zero. But if you,
Yeah.
from scratch, you already have developed that process systems that you are that
Exactly.
everything that you do in your business is already within a document or a video recording, and it's already teaching them what to do. Oh my god, you are saving so much time on
Yeah.
yourself and them as well. I remember when I first hired you, I said we got to do processes for everything, for
Yeah.
everything. We did so many videos, so many trainings, so many stuff so that people would know exactly where they needed to go, how everything was used, what are the passwords, what is this, what is everything, everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's so
That is
important, and
really,
it's something that you do once.
yeah, it might take time and effort, but it's really worth it to do it because not only that it will help you save time in the future, but also it would serve as a reference to improve your business and to keep on refining your process. So
Yeah,
you won't know what to improve if you don't have the data or the
yeah,
record, right? So it's really important to have to document your process, your operations, and everything that you do in your business.
What do you do? Like, I know that obviously all you girls, well, I don't know, some are guys, yes, of course, Jay.
Mhm.
But most of the girls that work with you, their English is actually quite good. And maybe for those listening in the US or maybe in Canada or in the UK, because these are our listeners, of course. But
Yeah,
it's so important that sometimes, to understand. I tell you, these girls are so polite. I love it. They're always in a happy, and they're in a calm, collected way. And I don't know why. I mean, you maybe it's the weather. I don't know why, but I think they're always on sunshine girls. I don't know. Eh, but it's. Have you had problems with um like that with language, that you would feel that there's a barrier or something? No, you've never had it.
of course, I had it during
Okay.
when I was a newbie, but it
Uh-huh.
takes practice. It
Okay.
takes practice and really going out there, talking to them. And I appreciate the fact that our clients are also making an effort on not making us feel so inferior because
Mm,
English is our second language.
for
But
sure.
as time
Yeah.
goes by, as you practice it more often, like what I did before was even if I'm not at work, I'm just talking to my husband and to my son. I'm speaking in English in order to practice myself.
That's good.
So by doing that, I have learned how to be uh, better in speaking in English.
That's
So
good.
yeah,
So
of
I
course I
I wanted to
experienced
touch that
that.
because maybe some people say, "Well, I mean, will they really understand what I'm saying?" I'm like, whatever. Yes, they will understand you. They will. They all speak
Mhm.
English. Then, is if there is one takeaway that you would like, the listeners to remember about leveraging their business with a virtual assistant, what would it be?
Okay, so I got this from a thought leader, and he said that successful business owners know how to leverage from other people's time and resources. And that is through hiring people who are better than them. When I say hiring people who are better than them are, those are people who are really good in what they're doing, you know, and
Yeah,
those who are experts in what they do. So it means that if you hire someone who knows what they're doing, it means that you could trust them, and you could by doing that you could focus on the things that you need to focus on without worrying how they're going to do their jobs.
for sure.
So one key takeaway is to consider hiring a virtual professional or a virtual assistant that would really help you refine your business so you could focus on the bigger things.
Exactly.
So that's it.
Very
And
well
yeah.
put. It was a drop the mic kind of moment just there. Just saying, just saying. That's my little Mary. I love it. Actually, the question that I wanted to ask him before, and I wish I would have remembered because we would have wrapped with a bow with this just now. But I really want our audience to know, where do you actually work? With which countries are you working currently right now? Where do you have clients? So if and
Mhm.
if if somebody wants to reach out to you, how do they get? Obviously, we're going to leave all the information in the description, but how can actually people contact you and reach out to you if they want to work with you and your girls? What and your team?
Yeah, of course. So currently, we are working with the clients in the US, Canada, UK, and
Okay.
also, yeah, Europe. So almost globally, everyone. As long as you need help, we could help you, and as long as we could understand each other
Hmm.
with the language. And if you wanted to see how you could leverage from virtual assistants and see if this is the right time for you to get help, then we could connect through our social media. We have a Facebook page. It's Prima Virtual Assistant. That's PRIMMA Virtual Assistant. And you could also go to our website, www.primavirtualassistant.com, to book your consultation call with me. And also, you could connect to me via Instagram. So you could just look for my name there. It's Mary Charlene Perez. And I'll be more than happy to connect with you and just DM me and
Yeah.
we could set a call. I could also
Great.
provide a link to my calendar here.
We'll
And so
put
you
all
could
the information. We'll put all the information. I hope that this episode actually gets a lot of ears and people understand. And if they've been thinking about having a virtual assistant, this is the right moment because we're only finishing January. So you still have 11 more months to work with a perfect virtual assistant to guide you and motivate you, but also let you work smart and not hard, right? Thank you, Mary, so much.
I just want to give you a statement to cap off this interview. So, regarding the inspiration, how I transitioned from being a VA to being a company is my passion for helping people. It's really coming from a place of help and seeing business owners and seeing virtual assistants change their lives through freelancing. It really satisfies my heart. And so, right at that moment, I realized that being a virtual assistant agency owner is a calling for me. I was called for a bigger purpose. So that's why this year my goal is to really talk to a lot of clients and help them identify gaps in their business and how we could move forward through having a virtual assistant. So that's
Perfection.
all. And thank you so much, V, for having me here.
Yay.
Yeah.
Mary, the best. I love Mary, Rosette, and Jay, and everybody that has come through you. I can't remember all their names. Thank you.
Yeah.
But thank you to every one of you of virtual assistants that have assisted me, but also are assisting others. So let's hope that, yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you, Mary, so much. Love it, bits to pieces and everything. And I'll see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye bye.